Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic, 5 facts from the Bible that have been confirmed by history and science. Whether you're a history buff, a Bible enthusiast, or just curious, stick around because these discoveries might surprise you. Let's jump right in. Our first confirmed fact is about one of the most famous figures in the Bible, King David. We know him as the young shepherd who took down Goliath and later became the king of Israel. But for a long time, historians debated whether he was a real person or just a biblical legend. In 1993, archaeologists uncovered the Tel Dan Stele, a stone inscription from the 9th century BC that mentions the House of David. This was the first non-biblical evidence proving David's existence. The inscription confirmed that David wasn't just a myth, he was a real king who left his mark on history. Next up, let's talk about the Pool of Bethesda. This story comes from the Gospel of John, where Jesus heals a paralyzed man by the pool. For years, scholars weren't sure if this pool was real or just a symbolic setting. But in the 19th century, archaeologists excavated an ancient pool in the Muslim quarter of Jerusalem. It had the same features described in the Bible, 5 covered colonnades. This discovery proved that the Pool of Bethesda wasn't just a story, but a real place you can still visit today. Now let's take a look at a major event in biblical history, the Babylonian exile. The Bible describes how the Babylonians conquered Jerusalem, destroyed the temple, and took the Israelites into exile. But did this really happen? Yes, it did. Archaeological evidence, including the Babylonian Chronicles, confirms that King Nebuchadnezzar captured Jerusalem in 597 BC and deported many of its residents. The Bible's account lines up with historical records from Babylon, making this one of the most well-documented events in biblical history. Next on our list is the fall of Jericho, one of the most famous stories from the book of Joshua. According to the Bible, the walls of Jericho collapsed after the Israelites marched around the city for 7 days. But is there any truth to this dramatic story? Excavations at Jericho have revealed that the city's walls did collapse around 1400 BC, the same time the Bible says the Israelites arrived. While we might not know exactly how the walls fell, archaeologists agree that the city was violently destroyed. It's a fascinating example of the Bible lining up with archaeological evidence. Finally, let's talk about Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor best known for sentencing Jesus to be crucified. While he plays a central role in the New Testament, for a long time, there was little evidence of his existence outside the Bible. But that changed in 1961, when archaeologists discovered the Pilate stone near Caesarea Maritima. This limestone block, inscribed with Pilate's name and title, confirmed that he was a real historical figure and held the exact position described in the Bible. It's incredible how one stone can bring a biblical character to life. Next up, let's talk about the Hittites. The Bible mentions this ancient group frequently, especially in stories involving Abraham and the Israelites. But for a long time, historians had no proof that the Hittites ever existed. It was almost like they had been lost to history. That changed in the late 19th century when archaeologists uncovered the ruins of Hattusa, the Hittite capital, in modern-day Turkey. Not only did this discovery prove the Hittites were real, but it also revealed they were a major power in the ancient world, controlling an empire that rivaled Egypt. This shows how the Bible preserved the memory of civilizations long forgotten by history. Now, let's talk about one of the Bible's most famous stories of destruction, Sodom and Gomorrah. According to Genesis, these cities were destroyed by fire and brimstone due to their wickedness. But could there be a historical basis for this dramatic tale? In recent years, archaeologists have uncovered evidence of 2 ancient cities, Tal el-Hammam and Bab ed-Dra, near the Dead Sea. These cities were destroyed by a sudden, intense fire around 1700 BC, leading some researchers to suggest they could be the biblical Sodom and Gomorrah. Let's move to a remarkable engineering feat described in the Bible, Hezekiah's tunnel. In the Book of Kings, we read about how King Hezekiah of Judah prepared for an Assyrian siege by diverting water into Jerusalem through an underground tunnel. But did such a tunnel really exist? It sure does. In the 19th century, explorers rediscovered this tunnel, which stretches for over 1,750 feet beneath the city. Inscribed inside the tunnel is an ancient Hebrew text describing how it was built, exactly as the Bible records. It's still in use today and remains a fascinating testament to ancient ingenuity. So, there you have it, facts from the Bible that have been confirmed by history and archaeology. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing content.